We're also approaching this trend line here on the daily. I think it's in red actually on the smaller time frame. I should probably highlight it here in red as well, not to create any confusion. So this could also be something for an upside breakout, but you see this next upside target on the daily points towards 67,300 as well. So all we do at this stage is just to just to watch the price action to understand when the local uptrend is finished. Then we can watch the next support area and take it level by level here. Next upside target should be clear. It's still an uptrend, upside extensions happening, and there's a key level here on the daily that I'm watching, 67,300. Above that, the trend line at around 68,800.
Bitcoin, BTC, surged past $66,000 on September 27th as New York opened for trading, reaching a 2-month high to record its best September performance on record. The rally comes amid economic stimulus measures in China and the U.S. Federal Reserve policy decision to cut interest rates, which have helped sustain recent market optimism. The surge is also driven by sustained institutional demand for spot Bitcoin ETFs. According to CryptoSlate data, Bitcoin was trading at $66,200 as of press time after bears failed to pull the price back to lower levels immediately after the surge. However, the ensuing trading hours have seen subdued momentum, with a pullback to retest support at $65,000 likely in the coming hours. Institutional demand played a significant role in Bitcoin's latest rally, with major asset managers like BlackRock and Fidelity Investments recording significant increases in their holdings following the rate cuts. Spot Bitcoin ETFs saw inflows of $365 million this week, the highest in over 2 months, indicating a sustained appetite from investors seeking exposure to the digital asset. The demand for Bitcoin ETFs has surged as investors seek alternatives to traditional assets amidst economic uncertainty. Many institutions are positioning themselves ahead of potential Federal Reserve interest rate cuts expected later this year. Several other institutional players have followed suit, with hedge funds and pension funds increasing their allocations to Bitcoin amid a broader search for yield and diversification. The appeal of Bitcoin as a store of value has strengthened as inflationary concerns grow and traditional assets, such as bonds, deliver lower returns. The upward pressure on Bitcoin's price has also been supported by developments in China, where a wave of economic stimulus measures has boosted confidence in global markets. The Shanghai Composite Index recorded its best week since 2008, providing further momentum for Bitcoin's rally. The digital asset has mirrored these gains, rising over 3% week-to-date, as capital flows from both institutional investors and favorable macroeconomic conditions continue to push its value higher. Before see the video, do subscribe and turn on notification bell.
If we were already in the fifth wave, it would possibly a little bit more choppy. It would possibly be a bit more choppy. This is, I don't want to say impulsive. It's a small time frame and degree. It's difficult to say, but it still keeps pushing. And that could very well be a C wave of wave 3. Absolutely. Okay, so that assessment seems to be okay. Bear in mind, I can always be wrong with the microstructure. I mean, the B wave could be here, and this is already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it sits up here a little bit. Again, that's why we say we want to stay in the trend when we're trading this. So when anybody's trading this, is as long as it's kind of simple to do, because we're forming higher highs and higher lows. That's what we're doing, right? The price has not at any point here formed the lower low. So it's still forming here higher low, higher low, this entire area, higher lows. And now it's still pushing higher high, towards higher highs. And as long as we are holding above micro support anyway, this is the Fibonacci support area, there is no sign that a decent pullback has started. I'm watching for signals that this fourth wave might start and then can still give us another high in wave 5 of C of 3. But as long as we're holding that micro support, very important, there isn't anything that would suggest a deep pullback is unfolding.
As traders speculate on the possibility of another Fed rate cut in November, optimism has grown across global markets, with the S&P 500 reaching new highs alongside Bitcoin's rise. The CME Group's FedWatch tool places the odds of another 50 basis point cut at 52%, boosting hopes of further liquidity in the market. Lower interest rates are seen as favorable for Bitcoin and other risk assets, as they reduce the opportunity cost of holding non-yielding assets and inject more liquidity into financial markets. With institutional demand remaining robust and macroeconomic conditions continuing to evolve in favor of risk assets, Bitcoin's strong September performance could pave the way for further gains in October, a month historically positive for the crypto market. Analysts remain bullish, with some pointing to familiar patterns of strong price action following periods of institutional accumulation. As economic uncertainty persists and both central bank policies and global financial markets remain in flux, Bitcoin's recent price movement highlights its evolving role as a key player in the financial landscape. Let's jump into video.
66,511, that might be reached shortly. And then 67,300, 67,400. There isn't really much more to say. All I can do is update the support area. And once I see evidence that at least a local top has formed, then we can watch for support here in this region for still another attempt to rally higher. Or if that upper support breaks, it's only a signal level, right? It's a signal. So below 61,860, I would assume a deeper pullback is starting. Now, whether that is a pullback in the white wave count, which is the B wave here in white, or if it's the C wave down in yellow, which would be bearish, that remains to be seen. It will be determined by the structure on the daily. So here I can only adjust the support area on the daily as well. If we get a break below that key level that I just mentioned, then we can watch for support in that area. 55,480 is then key support for the bullish scenario. So there's a very clear pivot between the bullish and the bearish scenarios. We are quite far away from support on the daily now, so risk is naturally increasing. What you could do very simply is just to draw yourself a trend line here, and that is something to observe. Yeah, we're also approaching this trend line here on the daily. I think it's in red actually on the smaller time frame. I should probably highlight it here in red as well, not to create any confusion. So this could also be something for an upside breakout, but you see this next upside target on the daily points towards 67,300 as well. So all we do at this stage is just to just to watch the price action to understand when the local uptrend is finished. Then we can watch the next support area and take it level by level here. Next upside target should be clear. It's still an uptrend, upside extensions happening, and there's a key level here on the daily that I'm watching, 67,300. Above that, the trend line at around 68,800.
What are your thoughts on Bitcoin price prediction? Share your thought in comments section below. Ensure you like the video. If you like the video, hit the subscribe button and turn on notification. Thanks for watching.